Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real-Time Talk with Eagle 3D Streaming. I am Quentin Anderson, the host of the show, and today we have Ben Cahill, Innovation Manager at Outdoor Living Lab, also known as We Build Denmark, and he has a background in R&D from the software and academic business development domains.
So DAL is a part of a national cluster organization called We Build Denmark.
Okay.
And in Denmark, we have 13 of these cluster organizations, and the purpose of those is to encourage public-private partnerships and initiatives. So we are very typically running projects where we will involve universities or knowledge partners, private companies, municipalities, public organizations around some kind of theme where it's very much focused on the green transition, improving the quality of life for our citizens, and generally trying to have a kind of European-centric approach to, for example, AI development. DAL was originally started as a lighting laboratory, and that's actually what the acronym stands for, or stood for, the Danish Outdoor Lighting Laboratory. Maybe 15 years ago, there was a movement to make a transition from incandescent lighting to LED lighting because it's much more energy efficient, approximately 80%. You can make a saving, right? Because we were changing out the armatures and so on. There's technologies that allow you to install sensors into your lighting infrastructure so that you can dynamically dim your lighting up and down, for example, when there are pedestrians and there are vehicles and so on. So one of the most important public infrastructure projects that there has been in Denmark has been this transition to LED lighting, for us to waste energy lighting areas that we don't need. And this is where our streaming platform, our pixel streaming platform comes in. So we had developed an open world VR or a 3D model of the lab with photon space simulation of lighting. So also volumetric effects, weather and so on. And the idea with this is to demonstrate the aesthetic impact of these lights. So one thing is that when we went from the tungsten lighting to the LED lighting, a lot of people said it doesn't look the same. It's flickering, the frequency is too low, it's too blue, and so on and so forth. And they would have to come out to the lab in the evening and see us turn on the lights so we can show them how this looks. So now what we can do in the virtual environment is that we can show this without having to do that. We can do simulations. We have gotten quite a lot of use out of our virtual lab, and we are extremely satisfied with the pixel streaming potential. So we're often out visiting people from cities, we're at conferences, we're at other European countries and so on. And it's extremely useful for us to have some kind of portable format where we're able to give a high resolution experience to the person that's observing it. And also one thing that's really important, which I didn't talk about before, was being able to easily simulate scenarios that we haven't realized yet. So, being able to import assets into the environment, make couplings between a sensor and a lighting or a traffic light and so on, and being able to test things that would either require, closing down a section of the city, having to apply for permission from police and so on, and just generally disrupting the life in the city. We can do those now virtually, and we can demonstrate those to the people that are going to be able to take these hard decisions about, do we buy this technology or that technology, and so on.
And we are deeply honored and grateful to be a small part of everything cool that your team has going on. Ben, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you all for tuning in. I am Quentin Anderson, and this is Real-Time Talk with Eagle 3D Streaming. We will catch you on the next show. Thanks again for joining us, Ben.